Go get it! Oh boy, great idea, Princess. Diving into a pile of garbage.
Hey, it could be worse.
It's worse.
The walls are closing!
Listen to them, R2. They're dying. What do we do?
Only one thing to do, man. You still got that bag I gave you? Man, I wish I could listen to some Tatooine Wind and Fire right now. So you think the Empire's gonna fall, man?
I don't know, man. How you doing right now?
Good. Why?
I think I may be having sort of a mini freak out here.
Oh.
Just tell me I don't have to stay in this room.
What?
Just tell me right now that I don't have to stay in this room.
You don't have to stay in this room.
Oh, thank Christ.
Just one hit, and I gotta go.
You asshole.
The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
What is good, everybody? Welcome to another Modern Comic Mayhem, another Saturday night on Beyond Wednesdays. Me and Yee preparing for the show. Hopefully you guys had a good session. And unfortunately, my boy Yee lost his fucking lightsaber, so couldn't do any dueling. So
Yeah. But I do have a cigarette from R2D2.
Okay.
It's one of one. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's pretty good. Yeah.
Oh, it didn't work. Dang. Let's see if it works.
Nope. Not gonna work tonight.
All
Probably
right.
needs an update.
It's all right.
There you go. What's
The
good,
hearts
everybody? 42 live at the beginning of the show. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed your session and you're continuing it. Like, you can just keep on smoking. That's the way to do it. I was telling Yee.
It's that marathon, right?
Yeah.
I think that's like what every session starts out as, like, right? Where you're like, all right, I'm just gonna smoke a bowl, and it becomes like more people join the circle, and it becomes and they bring something to the table, and it just becomes like a marathon.
Yeah. I remember I went to San Diego for my best friend's bachelor party. And it was just like that. We had a table outside. We stayed at his uncle's house in San Diego. There's a big, beautiful table outside. And we all had different types of like cannabis. There was multiple of those joints that are like dipped in every keef and wax known to man. There was like moon rocks. There was like dabs, just going in every chair that you sat at. There was like a setup, and it was amazing. It was a good time.
Yeah. Well, I know on the West Coast, you guys have those like is that what would you call like a kickback?
Amen. Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was many a days. I remember we used to have we would go to the Kickback studio. This is back when I was in high school. And when I was in high school, I don't know if they still do this anymore. Maybe they did it for you, but my final year, I had so many credits, so I only had to take 2 classes. And
I was the same way.
Yeah.
Like I think I was 5 or something like that.
Yeah. So we would always leave school at like, 10:30, 10:45 and go down to Keith's studio where he practiced at. And it was right next to a strip club called the Alaskan Bush Company. And it's a notorious strip club in Phoenix that goes by the Bush Co. And if anybody's been to Phoenix, you know what I'm talking about. It's a notorious strip club. Dollar bush dives. You know what I mean? It is it's gnarly. But we used to go down to the studio, dude. We would stop at the store on the way, pick up some like Oreos, some peach rings, whatever drinks we want, and we would just go hit the 6-footer and watch, Evil Dead or, play music, fuck around. I did that for like a year straight, and when I was 18, that was pretty. Anyways, welcome everybody to the Modern Comic Mayhem May the 4th episode. Of course, I had to throw in some Star Wars shit at the beginning, even though I'm pretty lost on Star Wars, you guys. I'm not as excited as I used to be about it.
Dude, I didn't even know there was a 3rd season of Bad Batch going on. Like the season finale just happened like a week ago or something like that, or this past Wednesday. I was like kind of like, oh, there's a 3rd season? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to catch up on that. But at the same time, like what I've seen so far, I'm like kind of like, does it matter?
Well, listen, I'm gonna watch the Acolyte thing. I'll check it out. I have no hope for it at all. So Star Wars to win me back to where I was a I was such a Star Wars nerd, dude. I think let me see who it was. I think it was Rocksteady on IG today put up a post that was totally me, dude. Me and Keith, me and my best friend Keith, who I did the Bogcast with. We used to, this was us, man. We were such Star Wars nerds. This is exactly us standing in line at Toys R Us on the release day of the new figures. I remember this day. I remember the day that the episode 3 figures that were coming out, and Toys R Us had a special hologram Yoda figure. Man, we bought so many fucking figures. We would buy 2 of each figure at least, leave them unopened. I have boxes of them, just boxes, and they're not worth shit now.
Yeah, right.
They're not. All the ones that we collected are not like these ones. These aren't worth shit,
Yeah.
But it was fun, man. That was me for the longest time. I went to every Star Wars release in a movie theater. Premiere. Yep. The night of premiere. Ever since obviously after Jedi. They did the re-releases in 94 or whatever. We went to all those premieres. Like, we were fucking nerds. We went to the celebrations. It's just it's really let me down, man. It's sad. It's sad when something that you love so much, like Star Wars, has let you down. And I hate to say it, I hate to get on my high horse, but I feel like,
But is it also possibly like your tastes have changed over time as you got older?
No, because I want it. You know what I mean? Dude, when Mandalorian first came out, and that fucking Luke scene, I was like, this is the greatest fucking thing ever, dude. I was so excited, and then it just all went downhill from there. I feel like Mandalorian at season 1 was it, and then everything after that just shit, absolute garbage. So
so that was your high peak, or
It wasn't my high peak. I think my high peak was to being a Star Wars fan was probably episode 3.
Okay, I could see
the
that.
fucking sequels were garbage. They were complete garbage. They were fucked up the second that they let Rian Johnson leave or got rid of him or whatever they did. They were done though. And then what's his name came in and tried to fix it, but he just didn't want to do what Rian Johnson wanted to do. So he basically said, "Fuck Rian Johnson. I'm gonna do this cheesy Palpatine bullshit."
Yeah.
They should have never killed Kylo Ren, and they should have went off and started a new Skywalker clan. You know what I mean? That's what should have happened. Yeah. And this whole idea where they wanted to get away from the Skywalker saga, that's Star Wars, man. You can still do other stuff, but we want the Skywalker saga. That's why those books were so good. That's why,
the Shadows of the Empire stuff.
Yeah, the Jason and Jaina Solo stuff, and
yeah, exactly.
That stuff was amazing. That's what we wanted, and they could have fixed it basically if what's his name could have fixed it at episode 3. That's what he should have done, but I don't know, man. It just the second they made Luke a pussy, they really fucked up. Luke should be. So I love Anakin because he's a badass, right? He's a baddest Jedi, baddest fucking Sith. Like, he's a badass. And that's what Luke was supposed to be. Luke was supposed to be even fucking badder than Anakin. You know? And they should have done the whole thing where Luke kind of, the dark side kind of pulls at him and he's fighting the dark side. And yeah, the whole Mara Jade stuff, all that, man. Garbage.
So you're telling me you didn't run out to the store today to buy blue milk?
No. And then I saw this too. Did you see this?
I did see that. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I think it's really good. I wish this would have been this same color white. The outside would have been this same color white, if that makes sense.
Oh, where it's the are you talking about from the text?
Yeah, no, this border. You know what I mean? I wish they could as the same color as the Star Wars text. Does that make sense?
That would have kind of looked cool.
Yeah.
That actually would have looked cool.
Yeah. So I just don't like the border, but it's fucking awesome, dude. Han and Carbonite is one of the coolest things about Star Wars.
Oh yeah, I have one of those Thor rugs where it's the Han and Carbonite.
That's awesome, dude. Doesn't Nate have a Han and Carbonite coffee table?
Yes, he does. Man, it's so cool. Like, and then his cosplay outfit of Boba is in that same room.
We got to look at some of those badass Han and Carbonite tables. Oh man, think about that, having that as a desk.
Oh,
kidding me, dude? Look at that. That's badass.
Oh, that'd be tight.
Right?
Yeah.
Again, each one of these are badass. This is a nice little table for living room or something. That's badass. Look at that. That's sick. Another cool thing is I've seen guys that put it in their wall like this. You can buy these things.
And it's like a secret door or something like that.
Yeah. You make it into a secret door. $705. How big are these things? Oh, it's Sideshow. Is there ones where you can like make them into a door? Life size. Let's go life size. Bro. This might be... Oh, there we go. Look at that. It's a wall decal. That's awesome, dude.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It'd be cool if it was 3D. I bet you can make it 3D with a 3D printer really easily.
Oh, probably. If you had like the mold of that, and then you put that decal over it, just to give that shine.
Yeah, like this. See, life-size cast mask. So that way you can make that basically.
Looks kind of cool,
right?
Yeah.
Oh, here's a fat head. Fuck yeah, fat heads. I don't care about that.
How to install?
Secret door. Here we go. That's pretty dope. But
Oh, that's cool.
I bet you there's cooler ones. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. I want to see the secret one though. Here we go. Oh, we've already seen that one. Here we go. What's this? Indestructibles. Oh, you can make it. That's pretty dope.
Oh, tight.
Yeah.
James, if you're watching, you need to change your secret door now to one of these.
Yeah, dude, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if there's one that you just hit and it just and slides.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we have the technology now at this point. I'm surprised we don't see like more hydraulic stuff like
so this is
smoke machines.
Yeah. This is going to be available on the 7th, you guys. If you guys want this. Doesn't he also have another one that's coming out for Star Wars 45, the
redoing the Boba Fett?
Yeah.
And the
greenwash
color. Yeah. What do you think of that? I mean, it's the exact same pose as the negative cover. Is added the text.
Here's what I think of it. Boba Fett is one of the baddest looking characters ever, and that pose, just like that, will always sell. I don't care what color it is.
Gotcha.
Right? I mean, that is such a badass character and pose, and that will always sell.
Right. I mean, it's always ingrained in our head, right? To see him standing in that pose and then his hand going over the rifle. Like, I was gonna ask, did you used to have any like May the 4th traditions that you used to do?
No, like I wouldn't watch the movie or anything, nothing like that. No, I don't think so. Not unless there was like something going on May the 4th. Well, has Free Comic Book Day always been May the 4th?
I think it's always been the first weekend of May. So I think it's like just like every so often it lands on the same Saturday, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or every 7 years, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting Star Wars posts today that I saw. But that Rocksteady one was 25 years ago that episode 1 toys came out.
Oh wow.
25 years ago, man.
Are they showing the Phantom Menace in theaters again for the 25th anniversary?
They should. I don't know if they are.
I thought I saw like one of the movie theaters was doing that.
Yeah. I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
It's a smart move.
I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would go though.
It's a smart move. It would bring people in.
I mean, I guess to see that lightsaber battle again on the big screen, that's always memorable.
Shout out to BB66 that says happy early Revenge of the 5th. Nice. I like that.
Yep.
I like that. It's very interesting. Did you see this? TiVo posted this today, and this might be one of the best Star Wars sketch covers I've ever seen.
Oh, that's dope.
Right?
Yeah.
That is fucking amazing, man. David Silva? Danny Silva. Danny Silva Designs. D Silva Designs.
I like when they take Princess Leia's image and they make her look more rebel-like in some sort of fashion.
Yeah.
Like one of my favorite Star Wars shirts I have is where she's like, they gave her like the full tattoo treatment, and it just says like "Rebel Scum" like within the
yeah,
like the zigzag old English head page
That's
thing
dope.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Well, listen, a way Star Wars could bring me back is they could do that Infinities show and knock it out the park, because, this X-Men 97 brought me back to X-Men in a big way.
Gotcha. Like the what if version that they're planning on doing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man, this is badass. I wonder how much that cost them. How much do you think that cost them? $100, $200, $300?
I was gonna say 300 tops.
It's pretty.
I mean, including all the grading and all that, I would say 300 tops.
Yeah.
Like probably like 200, 250 for the sketch.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how big that artist is.
Definitely Sugar Skull.
Yeah.
Dia de los Muertos. Wookie Fodder says, wait till how bad Acolytes is. You'll be out again. Oh man, I hope it's not bad.
Does that mean you saw an advanced copy?
Yeah, probably. There's another thing. Look at this. I saw this from High Times magazine. So
That's kinda
this
cool.
is gonna crack you up. So me and Keith always had this idea to write a movie about two stoners, and then when fucking the whole Jay and Silent Bob thing came out, I was like, it's not worth it. But one of the gags was that at some point in time, like one of us would pull out a lightsaber like this and light our bowl with it, and people are like, what the fuck? Did you just pull out a mini lightsaber and light his bowl? And then I saw
because they have those laser pointers now too that do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome, dude. That's so funny. Skywalker OG.
Dude, I remember when they actually did have strange names for a while, where they were all the Star Wars stuff. Like, I want to say I had
Jedi Kush, Death Star.
I remember Jedi Kush. Yeah, I think it was Death Star, and then I had one of the Chewbacca strains or something like that. There's a Chewbacca strain.
Yeah,
I can't remember
Sativa
exactly.
strain.
Yeah. OG Skywalker. There we go.
Yeah, OG Skywalker is the Skywalker OG is the
It's one of those like old school smoking strains, like in those early 2000 time periods, right?
Yep. That's fucking excellent right there, man. That's so funny. That's really, really fucking good. Dude, check out this artist that I've talked about this artist before. Art by the Shrimp Shack Slasher. And somebody needs to jump on this artist ASAP for comic book art. Look how good this shit is.
Oh, do you know who would pair up with this artist really well? Is Schmalky.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So Jonathan,
Look at that.
Jonathan James, make it happen.
Did you see that? Do you
that's
follow?
cool.
Yeah, dude. This artist is amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Do I follow?
Holy shit! It just keeps getting this. Look at that. That's great.
Oh, nice.
And
That is terrifying.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's mostly digital type shit, but I'm okay with that.
If it's done well and they have like a consistent style, which you can obviously looking through this, they do have a consistent style. I kind of like it.
Yeah, I think it's excellent.
Yeah.
It's a Shrimp Shack slasher, you guys, on IG. Look at Christopher Walken. That's badass.
Warriors.
Yeah. Who's going to be the first to get the Shrimp Shack slasher on a comic book? Probably was already on a comic book and we just don't know it.
And then all of a sudden we see a cover we recognize. That'd be really funny.
Yeah. Let's see here. Redbubble people shop. Horror artist. Matt, horror artist. Definitely go check it out. So did you go to Free Comic Book Day?
I did. I picked up a couple books. So, like the One Piece.
Yeah, fucking A. I saw a lot of people talking about that.
Initial D.
What's that?
I don't know if you ever watched it. It's like it's an old school Japanese anime that also did a manga, and it's about a tofu delivery driver, and his dad used to be this legendary like race car drifter and stuff like that, and then his son started driving his route overnight at a young age, and then becomes like a street racer.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's a fun anime to watch if you've never watched it. It's a big property. They've done video games off of it, manga. So I mean, it has an anime. It has a live action film. They're talking about doing a live action film for US as well. I got the Street Fighter versus Final Fight. So I heard that was pretty popular. Of course, I'm gonna get the world of James Tynion the Fourth.
That's dope.
Yeah, I picked up a couple other books too that they just had, like Feral. I figured I'd give that a shot. Like issues 1 and 2, like the Nightmare on Elm Street cover. Like I couldn't pass on that. I couldn't believe that they had.
Let me know
this.
when you read those. We'll do a review.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I intentionally bought it to review it. I guess, yeah. So they still had Spider-Woman 7, the Knock cover, like on the shelf. I was like, kind of like, okay, free money, dude. I went to Walmart. Look what I found!
Wow.
The ASM 55 second
Wow.
print, 1 in 25, like in the front.
Was there any
Like,
other ones?
I didn't see any other ones like that, but I was like, kind of like, I haven't seen this in years. Like, I was like, are they going through their back inventory of books that they had, just still laying around and they're putting it out on shelves now again?
Yes.
Because I don't think it's like new packs, right?
No. No.
I would expect it as just like back inventory found. So,
Did you see the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle book?
I don't know if I saw that, if they had that there.
So there's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Free Comic Day book, and it's got here's the cover. Who is the Night Watcher?
Oh, I didn't see that.
So the Night Watcher is a character that they did for, wasn't it the movie? And it was Raphael who created this costume for the Night Watcher. Well, they bring it into the comics with the free comic book day story. And
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, and you don't know who it is. I mean, there's hints and stuff, but it was originally Raphael, so it's pretty cool, man. I think I love shit like that where they bring back new like these characters like that. Like I thought Red X was like that, and X-23 was like that. She originally started in that cartoon. Shout out to Justin over at the Comic Con podcast.
Oh yeah.
This is the new book that's coming out called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Night Watcher from IDW. So I don't know if this is going to be another one of those free comic book day first appearances, but
you
guys can
see,
decide.
people won't care until they reveal who it is in the actual run, right? So that's what everyone's argument's going to be. But it's like kind of like, I don't know, like I don't see why you can't count a free comic book day book.
Well, here's one right here. Grab it, pick it up.
I mean, especially since it's still distributed by the publisher, right?
Yeah. There was a really good G.I. Joe book that came out. Did you get that?
Did I did not. I think I grabbed the Void Rivals one. I saw that.
So, all right, let me show you this. This is cool. So in this is the story, the Energon Universe 2024 special. There's 3 stories in it. There's a Void Rival story, a Void Rival story, a G.I. Joe story, and a Transformer story. And basically it ties up a bunch of loose ends, and it talks about like what happened to Megatron and why he, if you're reading G.I. Joe, spoilers, it's not huge spoiler, Transformers universe is starting all over, right? So basically what's happening is the Transformers got sent out in space and they shut down, and a bunch of them landed on Earth, and they were sleeping basically, and they had to be woken up. And so they all got woken up, and nobody knew where Megatron was. And then you find out that Cobra Commander has Megatron, but Megatron is basically he's all fucked up. He's got no arms, nothing, and you don't know why that is. And basically, you find out that what happened is, before like all that stuff, they went to sleep and shit, I guess. They got into a fight, and Optimus, with that laser axe thing, chopped off Megatron's arm with the cannon, right? And then Starscream turns on Megatron and basically fucks him up. And so that ties up a loose end. And then it shows Megatron, in the Cobra thing, and they're trying to fucking figure out what he is and turn him on and stuff. And they turn him on, and he just starts screaming, Starscream, because he's turning on first time. It's such a good story, dude. It's written really fucking well, man. And then the other story is they basically reveal that the Baroness is gonna be a Joe, and that.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So
that's an interesting plot twist, I guess.
Well, you know why this is so cool? Do you remember what movie was it? I think it was the movie with Sienna Miller, where she was the Baroness, and she was like there was like she wanted to be good. She was part of the Joes and that stuff. And that was a cool story. I thought that was really cool. So I'm glad they're playing this off, and that like she's into Duke and all that shit. So I thought that was really cool. Really good storyline. They explain more about the Baroness and stuff like that. And then finally, this was kind of cool. They show like Megatron waking up and Globulus taking him out and fucking him up. So there's that. And then the Void Rivals one is pretty cool. They're finally starting to bring the Transformers into Void Rivals. So
that's cool.
Yeah. So Hot Rod, is that the one's name? Yeah, Hot Rod is out looking for Springer, which is I think Springer, it was his name, the first Triptychon or whatever, the one that changes 3 ways. What were those called? Triple changers. Both of those characters were new for the movie, right? So in the movie, I think if I remember correctly, Hot Rod fucks up and causes the death of Optimus Prime, and then Hot Rod turns into Rodimus Prime and all that shit, and Springer was in there, and so those two characters now, that never happened, right? The movie never happened. Wow. So Hot Rod's out looking for Springer in the Void Rivals planets or universe, wherever they are. It's really fucking good, dude. The Energon Universe is so good. Joshua Williamson, Robert Kirkman, Daniel Warren Johnson. Thank you. It is fucking awesome. That was the one thing that I wanted to ask Josh Blaylock. If you guys don't know, we interviewed Josh Blaylock on last week's industry show. It was really fucking good. We got to talk a lot about G.I. Joe and Devil's Due, and he talked about that G.I. Joe Devil's Due employee only variant.
Oh, that's what Dennis was saying, that he was showing off a book that he had never seen before, and then that he posed a challenge for long story short to start showing more books that no one has.
Yeah. And that was one that no one has. They only made a couple of them for employees, and Josh Blaylock, who owns Devil Due, he didn't even know about it. So,
oh wow.
And we asked him about the Renegar edition of the Michael Turner cover and why they did it, and he explained that. So if you guys are really big out there, if you guys are really into G.I. Joe and the Devil's Due run and the America's Elite run and the Image run, go check out last week's industry show with Josh Blaylock. It really, really fucking good interview. Josh Blaylock is kick-ass, dude. He talked about old school Scotty Young books, that, what was that book called? FredX or GetX, or I can't remember the name of it, something like that. Old school Devil's Due book. He talked about like the early Mark Brooks books. He showed a bunch of variants that, hack slash stuff and,
amazing.
Yeah, Mercy Sparks.
Man, that G.I. Joe Renegade book is such a sore one for me. Like, way before I was on podcast, I found it at a con once, and then I didn't buy it right away. And then I finally looked it up to see what it was. I was like, oh shit, I need to go pick that up. And then by the time I went back to that booth, it was gone.
This one right here?
Yes. But I don't remember which version. If it was
this is the silver foil version, and then this is the regular. The regular, I'll be honest, the regular is better than the silver foil. And he even talked about, because I was like, dude, what was up with the silver foil? There was the stamping was off, so it doesn't look. And he's like, that happened all the time back then, because they were one of the first people to start doing the silver foil stuff.
Yeah.
But
I can't remember if it was the plain one or if it was the silver foil.
Yeah.
I'm going to lean towards the plain.
We asked him, we said, dude, how'd you get Michael Turner to do that? And he's like, well, we did the Renegar edition because Renegar is the last name of the guy that did all the Pacific Palisades stuff. And so they did this Pacific Palisades was doing all the badass G.I. Joe statues and stuff. And they had the license to do that. So they did a special because they were friends with him and they wanted to do something special for issue 21 for him. And that guy was buddies with Michael Turner. So he got Michael Turner to do it. And Blaylock goes, I'm the idiot that gets Michael Turner to do a super special variant and not have him do a female, But this is such an iconic cover, man.
Oh yeah, easily. Like this is still on my want list for my G.I. Joe collection.
There's a lot of them out there. They're just very hard to find, man. There's supposedly 2,500 printed. I don't know how many of each, but look at that. That's fucking gorgeous, dude.
Oh yeah.
And it's so tough to get these foil ones in 9/8 because they're always
2 times remarked, 3 times signed. Oof.
Yeah. Zek's got such a great signature.
Yeah. I heard he's not signing as much anymore now.
Huh. Yeah, that's interesting. This is here's another one, of course. Look at that motherfucker.
Oh, classic.
Holy cow. We could do a whole week's worth of shows about G.I. Joe books and tough G.I. Joe books.
Yeah. Because then there's also like the Purple Rain.
Yep. There's a bunch of badass G.I. Joe books. So, anyways, go check out the Blaylock stuff. So that was really cool. Hold on, there's more. There was also Free Comic Book Day. This is kind of interesting. Did you hear about this one? Battle Quest? Anybody hear about this? This might be one of the books of Free Comic Book Day 2024.
The sleeper that no one knew about?
Here's why. Battle Quest Comics gives out Steel Siege on Free Comic Book Day at 0 cost to stores. Battle Quest Comics Free Comic Book Day one-shot Steel Siege Search and Rescue came to comic stores differently than other 50-ish official titles. It says here, co-written by Battle Quest publisher Andrew Kafori and Justin Zimmerman, with art by Sid Van Blue and Sean Hill and Jeremy Colwell, where stores usually have to pay around 20 to 25 cents a copy for Free Comic Book Day books they give away. That's not the case with this one. Instead, Battle Quest shipped copies completely free to retailers who asked. One of the reasons they attended Comics Pro Summit was to point this out. So they went to Comics Pro Summit and they must have told, hey, we're going to offer these free. You have to ask for them. I want to know how many people saw this at their Free Comic Book Day, because I doubt a lot of stores knew about this. I could be way off, but it's pretty interesting. So it says, as for our Free Comic Book Day release, we're building on a program we established a couple years back, shipping original content to partner stores on our own time and dime. And this year, I couldn't be more excited about our offering an original 24-page story with some of the best creators in the business. Battle Quest Comics doesn't take that for granted, and we never will. There we go. Oh, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Retailers are our partners. Battle Quest Comics doesn't take that for granted, and we never will. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So chat, let us know. I'm seeing people saying, no, I didn't see them. I went to 4 stores and didn't see that one. Yeah, so chat.
I wonder how many stores are attending Comics Pro anyways, right? Because
not many. 300 maybe.
Yeah. Because so it's like a slim... And unless someone at the Comics Pro event like announce, because I know like retailers have like different Facebook groups and stuff like that where they chat with each other. So unless like it's spread in there, I don't see it, really taking off, right?
Yeah. Did you see? There There's another one. This is kind of cool. They did like a callback to Chuck E. Cheese in the Amazing Spider-Man one.
Oh, that's cool.
That's fucking really cool.
Yeah.
That is super nostalgic. Chuck E. Cheese, Pistol Pete's Pizza. There was another one that used to do the animatronics. I can't remember.
I remember Chuck E. Cheese. I remember hearing about Pistol Pete's. I never saw that.
Here you go. Here's Chuck E. Cheese.
I don't remember that.
Drummer who was the drummer a gorilla? I think the drummer was a gorilla.
That sounds right.
Yeah, look at that. It's pretty crazy. Showbiz Pizza. It says T. Jones. Yeah, Showbiz Pizza. Yep. That's another one. Dave's Collection said that wasn't anywhere in NYC. So there we go. That's pretty fucking crazy. Yeah. That's a nostalgia bomb for sure. This was also something that was interesting. This Fall Out Boy book by Pete Wentz. Do you see this?
Mm-mm.
I guess Pete Wentz wrote a book, Dying Inside, from Vault Comics.
I don't remember if I saw that. I don't think I did.
I got to be honest, I'm not a big fan of Fall Out Boy the band, but you know, let me know if this is any good, you guys. Says, first complete chapter of Dying Inside, a graphic novel about a chronically depressed girl who's tired of fighting for her death. Today is Ash's big finale, and by finale, of course, she means exiting the stage permanently. Ash is a 16-year-old girl with more angst than Ian Curtis and Elliott Smith combined, her two idols. She's apathetic and therefore believes death is the easiest route to relief. That doesn't mean she'll go out without a bang, though.
Nothing is every 2 to 3 years. There's always like a comic about suicide.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Nothing is more embarrassing than a lame death. Unfortunately, her meticulous plans, which include the perfect outfit, soundtrack, and method, are all ruined when the beautiful knife she buys off a web store turns out to be charmed with a protection spell. Oh my god. Now Ash has to track down the witch who turned her clocking out attempt into the worst gift imaginable. Immortality. Turns out the witch responsible for is another 16-year-old girl named, get this, Liv. The two vow to undo the charm together and fight for Ash's life. Well, death. That's actually kind of an interesting little turn that she wants to kill herself, but she can't. Now she's fucking immortal. Yeah.
It's like, I am suing this comic company because my child has killed themselves thinking they could turn immortal. Just watch. It's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, Vault's doing a lot of interesting stuff, man. They got that Post Malone book coming out.
Oh, I forgot about that. It's not a tidal wave book? That's crazy.
Yeah, it's an actual Post Malone's creating his own comic universe. It's going to be like medieval time period. Mad Max meets Evil Dead.
So basically, what I'm hearing is he's telling his own Magic the Gathering story in his own comic book verse.
Yep,
that's all I'm hearing.
Speaking about that, did you hear about that Magic the Gathering card that sold?
Oh, the Black Lotus from CGC? That one?
Mm-mm. Yeah. 10.
Yeah.
Sold for $3 million.
Where did it sell at?
It says record-breaking sale on Alpha Black Lotus graded by CGC cards just fetched a jaw-dropping $3 million, making it the highest price Magic the Gathering card ever sold. The transaction went down in a private sale. Yeah, I could see people calling bullshit.
Yeah.
And from a mystery buyer. Shattering previous records, Alpha Black Lotus is one of the most sought-after Magic the Gathering cards due to its rarity. Collectors are always on the lookout for a limited number of copies, yada, 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 yada.
Isn't their card scale like exactly like comics though too? Or does it follow the card grading scale? Like they go 10, 9.5, 9? Or is it 9.2, 9.4, 9.6, 9.8?
That's a great question. There's a 9.5. What the fuck?
Okay, they probably follow the Beckett card scale, like 9.5, 9, 8.5,
yeah,
8.
Look how
and so forth.
Bad that looks. Sports cards look terrible.
Oh, and the CGC label,
Mhm.
it's like I think it looks fine for TCG. So Magic, Lorcana, whatever, Pokemon, like, but then when it comes to sports cards, like it doesn't match. Like it looks off. It looks cheap, right? Compared to like SGC or PSA. I mean, honestly, I think I would take a BGS over a CGC graded book or card.
This is interesting. I don't know what to think about sending sports cards. I don't think there's any reason to send sports cards to CGC. There's definitely a reason to send comic cards and TCG and Pokemon stuff. But
100.
Doesn't the Pokemon stuff look different?
They look like regular CGC labels, but
yeah, they look
change
good.
it.
Like with that blue, don't they have the blue?
Yeah. Let's see if I can find a picture.
I'll look. Pokemon CGC graded card. Yeah. That looks awesome.
Yeah.
Did they change that? Maybe they changed it.
Oh, did they change it recently again?
They probably did. I wouldn't be surprised. But I wouldn't if I was them. They're
did.
blue. They did?
Yeah. It looks like what we saw earlier with the
yeah, that sucks.
I think, yeah, it doesn't look like they're doing those blue labels anymore. They should have honestly kept that, because I know they were doing that. What, like the current form label is like what we were seeing for like sports cards when they were called something else too, right? Like the CSG or whatever.
CSG, yeah. Huh. That's interesting. All right. So yeah, this Battle Quest book, Fallout Boy. Oh, this was kind of interesting. Have you watched all the X-Men 97 stuff? Are you caught up?
Yes, I am caught up.
Fucking good, bro. You know what's funny?
Yeah.
I was talking to my buddy today, and I was telling him how good it was, and I was like excited to talk about it and tell him on the phone, like, bro, you got to check it out. This is how good it is. And it really made me think about the writer. Dude, this writer I really think that this writer is proving that you can talk about anything if you write it well. If it's written well and the story is good and this is what I mean by written well, right? When I'm watching this show, I find myself thinking about two things constantly. One, how fucked up humans are, right? and we're humans, and we're like, fuck, humans suck, you know? And two, how amazing it was that Stan and Jack created these characters when they did, and how important it is to show that, you know, if you're different, whether, you know, you're gay, you're black, you're white, you're female, male, you know, whatever, that people need empathy for it, right? And it kind of that thought process. And, you know, let's be honest, that's kind of like what has happened in this quote unquote woke, whatever you want to call it, but woke is the best term to explain it, thing where they're trying to force these ideas, or force these storylines, or force these
quote unquote agendas or
agendas, but the stories are terrible, right? And
right. I mean, but I think that's what a lot of people have the hard time to separate, right?
Yeah.
Like, just because they don't agree with that person's politics or whatever doesn't mean they can state like, hey, this is still a bad story without that.
Exactly.
You know, without that message. So which I think people have a hard time to explain that, because they're so angry about the initial message first, and that's what you see a lot of people complain about, right?
And that's all that X-Men is that message, basically, but they've written this guy, this Bo DeMeo, and the writing team and the animators have done such a good job, and the stories that they're telling it and how they're telling it, and they're hitting the nostalgia points, but they're doing it in a cool way, and it's very smart, man. It is written very smart, and I don't know much about this guy, I'll be honest, other than I know he did some Witcher stuff. And I saw this post.
What's so crazy too, that he got fired as the lead showrunner like a couple weeks before the show even premiered.
Yeah. This guy killed it, man. I mean, absolutely killed it. And so anyways, I saw this post that he put out on Twitter, and I don't know if you guys saw this, but he put out this post where he said this week's homework assignment, and he put up issue 304. This is the whole Fatal Attraction storyline, which is very interesting. And he's been kind of, if you follow his Twitter, he drops hints and stuff, but I want to know, I don't, this is another thing I don't know, if he's a huge X-Men fan. Because if he's not, he's giving a masterclass on how to write a good fucking story, you know, a good script, a good screenplay.
Well, he obviously did his homework, right? Like, he watched what was left off from him from the original X-Men animated series. And then I'm sure once he did research on that, he saw that those were just like classic Chris Claremont storylines.
Yeah.
So, and then I'm guessing he kind of knew that, like, okay, well, I can base it off of actual comics and people won't be upset about this, even if it's not a shot for shot, but then like having callbacks, you know, to whatever classic storyline that they're referencing.
Yeah, JC's comic stuff says he definitely was an X-Men fan. Talks about how it influenced him a lot. Like, you can tell that. I mean, I would have been so surprised if he wasn't. If he wasn't,
right.
It would have been like, Taika Waititi, here you go. This is what you needed. Here's a perfect example of why knowing the core material, the source material is so fucking important. Yeah, and this is it. I get it, Zabit, but it's funny because for the most part, that's what you find with that material. For the most part, you find bad, cringe dialogue, and it's just like they force it, and it's so cheesy, and that's what I hate. And I've always said from the beginning of this argument, all the way back to the Flipside days, you know, that as long as the story is good, that's all that I want. I just want the story to be good. I don't want it to feel forced. I don't want it to feel like you're coming out of nowhere with these crazy ideas and MacGuffins and all this weird shit. I don't want that. And this not only feels like that, it feels very smart. The way that the animation works and how it's taking place in 97, everything about this is just great, and it's been good, and it's very surprising.
I guess it's just I guess what's changed over time, right? That it's no longer about good storytelling, but more of like, can I get a reaction out of a mass audience and people will watch it anyways and I get paid?
Yeah.
I think that's what the major difference is.
So what was the whole reason that he got fired?
Supposedly it's because he was on OnlyFans.
Oh boy. Marvel fires X-Men creator Bo DeMeo within weeks. Oh, I remember this now.
Well,
earlier last week, Marvel and DeMeo suddenly parted ways. His company email was deactivated, and cast and crew were informed that he was no longer on the project. His Instagram account, once the source for X-Men updates, was deleted. No reason for the firing was given. Marvel had no comment. His representatives did not return calls for comment. Emails, showrunners yielded no response. It was a surprising turn of events on the eve of the show's March 20th debut. Oh, here we go. His silence on social media has been acute, as he was a prolific poster. Yeah, he posts a shit ton on Twitter, sharing X-Men tidbits as well as shirtless pictures of himself at the gym. For a time, he also ran a non-explicit OnlyFans account. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, it wasn't even non-explicit. Like, what the fuck? Who cares? He's proud of his physique, right? Like, who fucking cares? All of which inspired the LGBTQ publication Out to declare him, quote, the sexy gay Marvel writer and showrunner to know. But at times, social media had proven a challenge while making the series. In 2023, DeMeo announced that he would be deleting his Twitter account after he was attacked by users accusing X-Men 97 of whitewashing the character Sunspot and the casting of Brazilian actor in the role. Who cares? What? How? Huh? I don't care about that. I think that. Yeah, I don't care about that. I don't think that's a big deal to me.
They're all voice acting anyways.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters. Like, because it matters what the final product sounds like, not what the person looks like that's doing the voice, right?
Well, what they're saying is that the character was a white character and they made him Brazilian.
Oh, Brazilian.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But he's such a cool design character.
But people were complaining about Morph being non-binary.
Hold on here. He was always Brazilian. What are they talking about? Am I wrong about what I'm understanding that they're saying? Did they change him? The fuck? He looks white there. There we go. Let's see this. Huh. That's interesting. I don't know. Am I wrong about this? What are they trying to say on that? That doesn't make any sense. Sunspot issue X-Men 97. Why are they so mad? X-Men 97 introduces a new young age potential because story mirrors. Yeah, why are they pissed about that? That doesn't make any sense.
See, this is what happens when AI writes articles for comic book stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of stupid. X-Men 97 anime series, which ran from, is credited with introducing a generation, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, it says here, in May 2023, Mayo announced he was, his Twitter account after he was attacked by users accusing X-Men 97 of whitewashing the character Sunspot with the casting of Brazilian actor in the role. That's weird. Yeah, Sunspot, it says, T. Jones says Sunspot has always been Brazilian. Okay. Yeah, then what the fuck are they crying about?
I have no idea what the complaint is at this point.
Yeah.
You cast a Brazilian actor to be a Brazilian character that's a Brazilian mutant.
Yeah.
That I don't know. That sounds like screaming at clouds to me.
Yeah.
But
well, it'll be interesting to see what happens. So did he write out the whole storyline? Or just season 1? That's what I want to know. Because hopefully we don't see. I mean,
I thought season 2 was already written, and then he was about to start writing season 3. Is what he was about. He was tossing around ideas for season 3.
Huh. He was what? Tossing out ideas for season 3, so they wrote through season 2. Then it sounds like.
Yeah, so season 2 is already written out, but hopefully they don't change it too much.
Zabit says Sunspot was introduced as a proud Afro-Brazilian man, but over the decades since his debut in 1980s, he has been consistently whitewashed and stripped of his culture in almost all forms. So they're saying that they whitewashed him by taking out the Afro part of his lineage,
heritage,
and now he's just Brazilian. So that's interesting, right? Because Brazil was had the most amount of slaves there, right? So yeah, that's interesting. That's kind of shitty if they did that. Dave's Collection says heard season 3 is a go already, but all hearsay. Yeah, and Zabit saying that is according to Screen Rant. So, yeah, that's pretty shitty if that's the case. That's really shitty if that's the case. But anyway, it's been really good, and I suggest that you guys follow DeMayo's Twitter. He drops off all these cool little sneak peeks things. You have to also deal with him at the gym, but.
I was gonna say, you're not following it for the shortlist picks?
Yeah. What was this? This is his account. He's also, here you go. So this is the type of shit that you got to deal with. Is this the type of shit he had on his OnlyFans? And if they fired him for this type of shit, him just putting lifting pics on his OnlyFans, that's kind of fucked up, dude. That's sad. Yeah, I would be interested to hear
Well, if he was also doing that as a source of income too, like pay him more money so he doesn't have to do OnlyFans.
Fucking
and
A.
he can just post them on Instagram or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I wonder why he was doing it. Did he say he was doing it for money, or did he say he was doing it just because he was into himself or into posting pics of himself? And you know what I mean? Because there's people like that are just so into their fucking their posing pics and their muscle pics that they fucking post it everywhere.
I have no idea.
Well, X-Men 97 is fucking good. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Really fucking good.
True that.
And I love the fact that it's causing everybody to go back and start looking into the old X-Men books. JC said, sounds like people complaining that don't even like X-Men to begin with. Probably. Yeah. Probably. But here's the thing. Listen, I'm going to be honest. If you're going to go out and be on social media, if you're going to go out and be on Twitter or Instagram or YouTube or TikTok or IG, or the Threads, Facebook, any of the social media sites, and you're going to post like he does, you have to be aware of trolls, and they're going to be there. And you can't get butthurt when the trolls come after you, because that's the fucking internet. That is it. It is.
Yeah.
You can't feed into them. You can't shut down your Twitter because you're just giving him. You're saying, hey, you're letting these people get to you. Now you're going to be trolled even more. I mean, he's not necessarily being trolled now. He's being love bombed now because of how good the show is and stuff. But there will come a time when the trolls come back and they know that they can fuck with him because he's shut down his Twitter before. He's shut down his Instagram before. So,
well, I guess I could take the devil's advocate view on this. Like, he is doing a Disney Plus cartoon that's ideally meant for kids and stuff like that. So I could understand that perspective of what, your showrunner having an OnlyFans probably is not good PR at any given point. Like, whether the show is like a success or it's horrible, obviously it's a success, but like, if it had like horrible reviews and he was still a showrunner, that would have just been like more gasoline on the fire kind of situation.
Yeah. People are saying that there's got to be more to the story, and there's always more to the story. Right?
I mean, it's
what was that old school
morality.
radio guy? Yeah. I used to say that. Didn't he used to say something like that? I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah. But yeah, they're probably using that as a reason, and maybe there's something going. Paul Harvey, fucking A. Shout out Derek Neiman. Yeah, maybe they're using that as a reason so they don't have to say the real reason.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? I mean, he's going to start ghostwriting for it anyways, Hopefully. Or just give him back full credit.
Yeah, bring him back.
At this point, it doesn't hurt a company to say, oops, we fucked up. Here's money. Come back, please.
Yeah. And I would have respect for that. I'd have more respect for that.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, because they're probably, anyone they get to try to replace that can't deliver the magic that he's doing, people are just going to, it's going to be the mob mentality. People are going to, have pitchforks and everything. So, and then just to be mad at MCU of what their decisions they're making.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, they did bring back James Gunn, so that is possible.
Yep. Yep. One of the reasons that Smokey Collects is talking about, he says this is hitting adults nostalgia, but it's also going to be watched by kids. They just went overboard to their ass, and hopefully bring them back for season 3. So that's one of the things that I was telling my buddy. I was like, dude, they are doing such a good job to make it be like the old cartoon, so it hits that nostalgia button, but still this show is for adults. This show is for adults, period.
Oh, yeah, I mean, there's no reason why the intro would be the exact same with the updated animation or whatever. It's meant for the adults, but they can enjoy it with their kids as well.
Yeah.
To pass on the torch to the next generation or whatever you want to say.
Yep. JC says they knew about his OnlyFans a year or more ago. That was that Out magazine article was from 22 or 21. Yeah, that's pretty fucked up if that's why they did it. Pretty
I guess that's what happens when you work with corporations. They have to find all the different loopholes of your contract of why you should be fired.
Yeah. Yeah. That's for sure. All right. So this is pretty amazing. How many of you guys are following the EC Comics stuff that's coming back? Have you looked into this? Look at this, bro. This is a little ad that came out that they put out. EC back with a vengeance. Nail down your orders by June 30th, or you could be next. And he's nailing a fucking hammering a nail into the dude's head.
In the temple.
And look at the hammer's got a little smiley face with the X's on it.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. The first book, this is the first book coming out, Epitaphs from the Abyss. Look at that cover, man.
So are these new stories, or are these like reprints of something?
It's all new. I'm pretty sure it's all
that's
new.
badass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now on the heels of this month's Diamond it says here, a resurgent Oni press took many by surprise a few short months ago with the announcement that most infamous and influential comic book publisher of all time, EC Comics, would be returning for the summer of 2024 with a new line of horror and science fiction titles. From a who's who of notable comics talent, including Jason Aaron, Bryan Azzarello, Rodney Barnes, Karina Becco, Cullen Bunn, Christopher Cantwell, Cecil Castellucci, Chris Condon, Joshua Hale, Fialkov, Jay Holtham, Jeff Jensen, Matt Kent, Sean Lewis, Stephanie Phillips, Jay Stevens, Zach Thompson, Ben Winters, Kano, Peter Krause, Leo Max, Malachi Ward, and Dustin Weaver, and more. Damn. That's
I think I might just tell my LCS like anything that's coming out for EC Comics to put it in my box.
Yeah, there's two books that are coming out.
Okay, it's only two books. Awesome. Okay,
that they're starting with. Yeah, this Epitaphs from the Abyss, and then the other one's called Cruel Universe.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think I'm sold on this.
Right? Back from the grave, fueled by vengeance. That's badass, dude. Here's the other one.
Well, I got to make sure to nail down my order.
Fucking A, bro. Damn, dude, that looks crazy.
Ooh, so I guess we're gonna have like two books to review then, huh?
A lot of people are stoked for this, dude. A lot of people are stoked for this. And we talked about it on the Hot 10 last night. All this DC horror stuff and this, old school horror books are just taking off. Bronze Age, Copper Age, Golden Age. Yeah. That shit's super cool, man.
Yeah.
So that is the some of the news this week. I want to go check out our FOC with our boy Lefteros.
I'm surprised no one else has jumped on.
Yeah, I think it's a weird day. Maybe everybody's.
Well, I know Nate's out of town. I'm guessing Joe is working his super early shifts. So that's yeah.
For those of you guys that don't know how Beyond Wednesdays is run, it's really simple. I have a Google chat group with all the co-hosts in it, and there's 40 people that I have no problem with coming on, that I've done shows with, that I feel like they're good in front of the camera, or they have a decent setup, they know kind of how to podcast a little bit, they can jump into conversations. And I don't want to say that people that aren't like that, I don't like you or I'm not going to ever have you on, but it's just easier to constantly put out good content, with those stuff. So I don't mind having people that aren't, like that, but it's just easier to constantly put the link in that every week. And then, I don't mind, bringing people on every once in a while that aren't like that, but as a regular group of co-hosts, that's just how easy way I do it. It's kind of like I know EVS calls it a green room, but it's just a Google chat, and I just drop the link in there. I put the thumbnail and come hang out if you want. So because of that, I never expect anybody to jump on to the show. I never expect it. That was always kind of the thing. I know that this is for fun, and this is, a hobby, for the most part, for all of us. I think there's only a few people in that group that like make their money through comics, which is okay too. That's great. But for the most part, that group is just like us hobbyists that have been doing it for a while, and we have good, on-screen chemistry.
Rapport.
Yeah, rapport. Yeah. We know how to get around each other, how to jump in, jump out. And that's very important to have a good show. I've always said, to me, the two most important things for a good show are no dead air and good sound and audio and video, right? And that's always what I wanted to try and do. So, sometimes having a good rapport and knowing each other and being able to jump in and out makes it easier. But because I say, I always say, I know that people can't always jump on. I always have enough content that I can do a show by myself no matter what. And anybody that jumps on, I always say, like, hey, if you ever have anything you want to talk about, let me know, or just jump on. And then I know most of these guys can jump in and talk about this stuff. I mean, Yee does it he's like me. He's on, 6 different fucking podcasts.
I'm literally trying to limit myself to I think no more than 3 nights a week, but I'm on like 4 nights a week now because it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Yeah, so that's 5 days right there. So I always try to skip out on at least like 1 or 2 of those or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm never gonna let someone like hang out by themselves.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's how Beyond Wednesdays works. All right, back to FOC. Is it FOC? FOC today? No, Free Comic Book Day. He's got his Free Comic Book Day solicitations up, right? So let's take a look. He's got the Encanto by Disney, Disney's Encanto and Turning Red #1. He says that whenever you have a Disney property making its comic book debut, it's usually worth picking up a copy. I didn't know about this one. Did you know about this?
I did know about it, but I through Rob, but I think he sent this post, like a screenshot of this post or whatever. So,
yeah.
So I picked up a copy for him.
Nice. And then, of course, the Energon Universe special. First appearance of Slizardo, Baroness revealed as a member of G.I. Joe. And a great Ryan Otley cover. This is a super cool Popeye cover. Shout out to BigLegg. Wonder if he grabbed one of these. It is a massive book, but, it's a good looking cover.
I couldn't find one.
Really?
Yeah, I couldn't find one. I think I went too late in the day. Like, I didn't wake up until, like, noon. And then, like, I didn't leave my house for another, like, hour or two before I went to a shop. So I might try to hit up a shop tomorrow to see if they have it.
Yeah. One Piece. We talked about this. Yep. First standard U.S. format comic book featuring One Piece and Status Royale. Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures #1. First appearance and cover of Nubs. I love this fucking character right here, dude. First appearance of Young Jedi Adventures Younglings Kai, Liss, Nash, and RJ83. There you go.
See, I didn't see this one there.
Court? Was that his name? What's that guy's name? I forget his name. I love him, but I always forget his fucking name.
Oh, he was in he was from the IDW
High Republic Adventures.
High Republic Adventures, right?
Yeah. Really good storyline. How he would never take off his helmet.
I always want to say High Adventures.
Yeah. Really good story with this character. Street Fighter vs. Final Fight #1. You talked about this. Comic book debut of Final Fight property. Ultimate Universe Spider-Man #1. First appearance of Earth 6160 Human Torch. And it also has that Chuck E. Cheese thing in it.
Nice.
I didn't see this one. Ultra Duck Sampler #1. First American English language Ultra Duck comic book. What is Ultra Duck? According to Matt from Cover Price, this property is huge in France. This is the first time we see it on this side of the pond. It may be a sleeper. Great point.
Ooh, I didn't see this one.
Yeah. So, not bad. Not bad. Yeah, there was a lot of first appearances in Free Comic Book Day this week. That's for sure. Is there no FOC this week? No, here it is. Wow, all the Scotty Young variants are starting to hit. The wraparound cover of X-Men, which is awesome. X-Men 35.
That's pretty cool.
Blood Hunt, Red Band 3. Look at that cover. Wow. I gotta look that up.
Oh, to see it without the red band.
Yeah. It probably won't show it, but yeah, there it is. That's sick.
Oh, that's pretty badass.
That's a sick cover, right?
Is that like a Vampire Miles?
Yeah, it's sick.
Oh, and he's in the Spider-Man 1 post too.
That's sick. What are the other covers? That's the Delato 1 in 10 connecting. 1 in 100 Delato. 1 in 200. Jesus Saez variant. 1 in 25 Kale New. That's a cool cover.
Yeah.
Fangs variant, David Baldion. There you go. What do the number 2s look like? I want to see what number 2s look like. There's the Fangs
Yeah, I was hoping to see
variant.
that. I was hoping to see a pre-code like horror book again.
So, do you guys think that Blade, when he bit him, that was Dracula at like morphed as Blade or something?
Oh.
And that wasn't actually Blade?
I think I saw chat saying that the other night.
Because look at number 2 has the 1 in 25 with him on it, Dracula on it. I love that character. I love these new characters, man. Look at that cover.
Yeah,
What's
reminds
this?
me of
What's this sword that Spider-Man has? I didn't understand that. Did you see that where Spider-Man had that, or Miles had that sword?
I thought that was introduced in one of the Miles runs, like, and
Okay.
like the issue, like, because he had all those covers with swords and stuff like that. I don't read enough Miles to know.
Since when can Miles do that? Lightning sword? What the fuck is that? Yeah, Miles unlocks new powers, Spider-Man powers with energy sword upgrade. Marvel has announced Miles Morales will gain shocking new powers as Spider-Man following the reveal he can manifest powerful energy sword. Having recently faced Rabble, Miles will be... I don't read any of the newest Miles stuff. I can't stand that Cody Ziegler guy. Having recently faced Rabble, Miles will be sucked into the summer of some symbiotes with a brutal fight against the godlike Carnage, and then find an upgraded Hobgoblin is gunning for him. However, in solicited information, it's revealed that the test may be worth it as Miles unlocks new powers.
Dave's collection. Careful typing in Miles sword.
Yeah, look at that cover.
See?
Holy shit.
People are just trying to cancel us all the time.
I don't remember that cover.
I remember that cover.
That's sick, right?
Yeah, that probably came out like I think like a year ago. I want to say, give or take.
That's a badass Eric EM Gist cover.
Yeah.
That is badass. It's a 1 in 200 for number 2. The 1 in 25 is great. You got a Peach
Yeah, I like
Mazoka
that
for
1 in
that.
25.
Yeah. All right, so Blood Hunt's coming out. You got more of the Scotty Young. You got the Disney What If variant with Minnie Mouse as Dazzler. What If Venom? There you go. That's a pretty dope Linnell Francis Yu cover. All right.
Oh, I like that.
When you like squint, it looks like Venom's face, and then when you look at it, it looks like Moon Knight.
Yeah, and then but the cape is still like both the eyes and Oh,
that's a great cover.
That's a good. Yeah, that is definitely a great cover.
All the Scotty Young stuff obviously will sell. Here's the first cover of the X-Men Scott Koblish connecting variant.
Nice.
Yeah. Wow, look at that Venom cover. Blood Hunt. Lee Price returns. The captive is loose, and the vampiric superfoe thirsts for one thing: venom. That's crazy. This is a Garth Ennis written story. This Get Fury. Have you heard about that?
Is it supposed to be pretty good?
And it's our Garth Ennis, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
Yeah, I guess you can't really go wrong with that.
Yeah, he does everything good, man. Here we go. Number 40, Harley Quinn.
Is there a bunch of cool covers for her?
We're gonna find out.
It's too late. Everyone knows about buying the Harley incentive. Oh,
Stein. I'm sorry, bro. You're gonna have to buy a retailer exclusive.
Paging Stein.
Yeah.
So everyone in chat, make sure to send Stein a message on Instagram.
This is the Lyrics Lee variant.
That's kind of cool to play with card.
It's a 1 in 25. It's terrible.
Meh.
Yep. That. Holy cow. That's going to be a big book. That's a 1 in 50.
Nice.
That's going to be a big fucking book right there.
Bubblegum.
Dave's collection says, I got 40 covers of Harley. Don't ask me what's in the book, though. You don't like this? Oh, yeah, the 1 in 25 is ugly. The 1 in 50 is good, though.
Yeah.
Ariel Diaz. Yeah. So, not bad. All right, let's go back. Penguin number 10. I'm going to have to check out. I keep saying I got to check out that Penguin because I heard that's really good. Whoa. I remember this cover. Look at that.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
All right. That is sick. I want to check out all the Amazing Spider-Man. The problem is the Amazing Spider-Man story is fucking stupid.
It's garbage. I haven't heard anything good about an Amazing Spider-Man run in like the last 3 years.
That's a great cover. God damn.
I don't disagree. Coming soon.
The 1 in 50 are Scotty Young black and whites. Yeah, that's a great cover, the A cover. Too bad the story is... Did you hear what the story is on this shit? They've been doing so much dumb Green Goblin or Goblin stuff. And now they're doing this thing where Peter Parker becomes Green Goblin.
Oh. Yeah. At one point in time, I heard they were bringing back the Red Goblin. Is that true?
I don't know. I'm not. All this the only cool goblin that I think that's out there is that mask. Is she a goblin? That one with all the masks. What do they call her? Hallowed Eve or whatever, something like that.
Oh, All Hallows.
I forget her name, but she's badass. But every other goblin character that came out during those goblin storylines are terrible. Carnage. 8.
Oh, there's a girl red goblin now, and there's a gold goblin apparently.
Jesus.
That doesn't sound interesting at all.
This Carnage run, I've heard is good too.
Hollow's Eve is Ben Riley's girlfriend.
Really? I didn't know that. Look at that.
That looks kind of cheap.
Yeah. Like, that is cheesy.
Like, I'd rather just have the color
Yeah.
cover, right?
Those black and white
Like,
Scotty Youngs are terrible.
Like, I was gonna say, like, I was gonna ask you what you thought about those, like those incentive black and white
They're
Scotty
terrible.
Youngs. Like, is it gonna be worth it at all? Like, to pick those up?
Not that one.
No.
Not that one. That's for sure.
No, not at all. Yeah.
That's terrible. Blood Hunt, Peach Momoko cover. Wolverine Blood Hunt, Kevin Eastman variant. Ooh. Oof. Oh. That's rough.
Why do I always hope for the best whenever I hear Eastman doing a Marvel book?
That is
And
rough.
He should just stick to Turtles.
Yep. Wow, Ghost Rider Final Vengeance. Holy cow. Oh.
Looks cool.
Wow, dude. Terrible Mark Teixeira. Is that a Mark Teixeira? Yeah, I think so. That's terrible. That is awesome. That's okay. But those black and whites are not good. So far, none of them are good, right?
I saw the Wolverine before, and
Unbeing, X-Men Russell Dodderman trading card variant, Wolverine. Ooh, Wolverine Blood Hunt. That's an interesting cover. That's a cool cover.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what the Blood Hunt tie-ins are like. If they're as good as... There's the 4th printing variant for number 2. They're doing the black border. Chris Sprouse, Phantom Menace, anniversary variant. Wow, this is a... Hold on, let me see here. Lando's face doesn't look half as good as the faces here. Why is... Right? These faces all look like really good. His face looks bad. That would be a cool cover.
It's like someone else did the Lando face.
Yeah. Blood Hunters number 2. It's an interesting series. Kate Bishop, Elsa Bloodstone, and Hulk. Is that what it is?
Is that Amadeus?
Looks like it's Amadeus Cho, right?
Yeah, with the hair.
Yeah, and that's a Greg Land cover. That's not a bad Greg Land cover. World Tree number 10. Is anybody still... Ooh. That's a cover.
Oh, that's cool. Are there other covers? Oh, okay, sweet.
Oh, yeah.
We're on the same radar.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I guess we had a good like pre-sesh before the show.
Whoa. Even the A cover's good.
Nice.
That's a good cover.
Yeah.
Tony Daniel. That's not good at all. Look at her face. And her boobs look really
like,
weird.
Oh, I see what Mark Brooks did. I can top that or not.
Or Mark Silvestri on the Witchblade cover. Look at her leg right here. How weird that looks. This is, man, Tony Daniel's a master class artist. Like, that's rough. Her boobs are all weird.
It's like, let's piece together people together and make a drawing. All right, good enough. It's a DC book. No one's buying it anyways.
And then here's the cardstock that we just saw.
That's the best cover.
King Spawn, Detective Comics. We saw that the other day. The Blood Hunt stuff. There's the Uncle Scrooge. What do you think about these Uncle Scrooge and the Infinity Dime? I think isn't there an Alex Ross one? I think that's the only good one. Is Alex Ross or Delato?
Yeah, I was not impressed by a lot of these covers. And this is what the story that's being written by Jason Aaron, isn't that right?
Yeah,
it's just like a one shot.
Yes. Yeah. All right, this cover is awesome.
Watch my mouth with that DC slander. Well, if you work for DC, you can take me to court. I'm not going to stop.
This is a great cover. Let's go through all these. So.
I think it's really interesting to see a Disney title going back to Marvel.
Yeah, this is a good cover. Delato 1 in 10. The Casada, Walt Simonson 1 in 25. Nah, not that great. That's good. The J. Scott Campbell, that's really good. That's a 1 in 50. The trade dress is garbage though. This looks like I did it. This looks like I did it on GIMP. I mean, this looks like seriously. This looks like they put it in GIMP. They found and then they put a neon thing
afterglow effect onto it.
Yeah, look how that is a garbage trade dress.
Well, do you think it's like one of those things where since it is a Disney property that they have to stick within a certain topography for like a title like Scrooge? Because aren't they all like basically the same? Like if we keep on going through some of them.
Hold on here. Let me see here. All right.
Yeah, look, all the traits are exactly the same.
Yeah, they are all the same. That is horrible. Holy cow. Oh.
The only way this cover looks good is if you're tripping on LSD.
I don't even think it looks good then, dude.
No, probably not.
That's terrible.
It looks like it's like a bootleg Scrooge McDuck is what I'm looking at right now.
Ramita Jr. Momoko. Ugh.
What are they doing? Are they just trying to get like any artists like with name appeal to do a cover?
Scotty Young is not very good. The Ron Lim. Yeah, that's okay. It's kind of weird. This is the Pepe Larraz. That's kind of weird. It's not bad though. Steve McNiven foil. That's pretty good.
I guess if it's just the lightning that's the foil part,
yeah,
that would probably look pretty cool. Maybe the coins.
There's a 1 in 100 Casada. There's a D23 Mirko Andolfo coming out and a San Diego Comic-Con variant coming for that too.
Oh, sweet. So we're gonna tackle people for the San Diego Comic-Con version, huh?
I will not stand in lines. Star Wars High Republic number 8, 25th anniversary. It's a terrible Miss Marvel, Peach Momoko. Carnage, Amazing Spider-Man, Tony Harris. That's an interesting World Tree variant.
Oh, where it's like a keyboard?
Yeah. This is a good Creature of the Black Lagoon cover. I like that. How he's under
Is
the
that a
water.
good read?
I haven't read it yet.
Okay.
I probably should check it out.
I think I picked up a copy.
Jiang Flash. Here's an Eastman cover that's actually not too bad for drawing blood.
Oh, that is pretty cool.
Right?
Yeah.
I heard that's a good series. Or the number 1 was good. Ooh, what's this? Look at that. Once Upon a Time at the End of the World, Olivetti cover. Is anybody reading
cool.
this? I don't know anything about this. That's a cool cover, though.
Yeah. Last issue.
This is a great cover.
Ooh, skull cover.
With cannabis, bro.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
And blood.
Yeah, blood eyes. Or blood tears.
Fuck, bro. That's a good cover.
Nice.
Way to take my money. That's a good cover, too, for Power Rangers people. Perfect cover to get her to sign. Holy shit. That's a good cover for fixed signatures. Blood Hunt Nick Bradshaw variant. Star Wars Jimenez Pride variant. High Republic Pride variant. Caselli second printing Ultimate Black Panther. Ooh, what's this? John Tyler Christopher. I always love the C-3PO unfinished.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. It's a cool cover. John Tyler Christopher going to be on the show on Tuesday, so come hang out and listen to John Tyler Christopher talk about finding that niche in comic books and killing it.
Nice.
Blood Hunters 2, Declan Shelvey cover. Universal Monsters, Francis Manipul variant. RoboForce toy variant. That's interesting. Christian Ward always does great covers. It's a great Penguin cover. Knights number 7. Green Arrow number 12. Mammoth number 1. What is the Mammoth stuff? Anybody looked into that? Batman Dark Age. That's a great Mike Allred cover. Holy shit, that's good.
All right, DC just won me back over. Damn it, DC.
Well, this is the same book, I believe, that had that awesome Frank Quitely Batman cover. Red Sonja, Perillo. I always love the Dynamite Ultraviolet variants. Once Upon a Time at the End of the World. There's another cover. Expanse of Dragon Tooth, Under Heist. More Scrooge stuff. That's a good Elizabeth Tork cover. I didn't see that one.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Oh, this is cool. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with Usagi.
Ooh, for Saturday morning cartoons?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Fucking A. That's cool. Cool Godzilla covers as normal. Space Godzilla. There's the Blood Hunt stuff. David Marquez X-Men 35 variant. Huh.
Every
Minor
time I see that
Threats.
Minor Threats title, I always think of the band.
I want to check this out. I'm going to have to check it out because I do the same thing, but it looks really good. The covers look good. The storyline sounds good. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
Aliens, Miss Marvel, last page, and then I heard Left Rose has his stuff up, so we'll go take a look at Left Rose's picks this week too. Matt Taylor cover, Detective Comics, Javier Fernandez, Drawing Blood number 2. Troy Little variant, Ben Bishop variant, and Bloody Dozen. Batman Dark. All right, let's go take a look at Lefteros' FOC. Shout out to Cover Price. Starting off with the Blood Hunters #2. Introduction of a new vampire hunter in this issue. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder what that means.
Sit around.
Another fucking Blade. Harley Quinn #40. Ultimate Spider-Man 4th print. The black frame.
Are they
Uncle
doing a 6 print
Scooge.
for issue 1?
Probably. The What If Venom, that's such a great cover, man. That Lionel Francis Yu cover.
Yeah. Ooh, final issue too.
Yeah. Koblish variant for X-Men 35. And all the Scotty Young big Marvel stuff is coming out. Great FOC picks of Taros. Shout out to Cover Price. Make sure you guys go check out Cover Price. Always doing great things. One of the best tools on the market.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to get a code for this channel.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. All right. Let's see here. I think that there might have been a couple more things. Oh, I know what I wanted to talk about. You can't forget this.
I got at you, McClay. I hope this makes your comic book drama, because these dudes, goofy ass dudes.
Into the news. Into the into the
But let's get down to business.
Some interesting stuff this week that I saw on IG. Shout out to Mercenaut for this one. Be careful, you guys. This is some bullshit. This was a eBay sale for the version 1 Snake Eyes from 82 and the greatest G.I. Joe ever made, the version 2 Snake Eyes from 85 with Timberwolf. But it doesn't say anything in the title that these figures are on repro cards, are in perfect condition. The card bay windows are clean without scratches, perfectly sealed for eternity, and also protected in translucent plastic cases to avoid touching the cards themselves. So they basically took their figures and put them in reproduced cards and bubbles. And somebody bought them. That is lame, bro.
Oh, come on.
Hopefully eBay will go in and fix that.
Dude, they really need to fix like some things, because like those shoes I sold, the person accused me of selling them fake shoes or whatever, and then eBay sided with them, even though I sold 2 other pairs. So, but anyways, now my mom's just rocking around in some Yeezee pods. So I probably have the trendiest mom right now.
Yeah, this is fucked. And a lot of people don't know what repro cards are. Gotham Knights Comics says, what's a repro card? Be careful, guys. That just basically means that they printed those cards out on a special printer and remade those cards, got some the bubbles, and put them on there. That's fucking...
Put a loose action figure in there.
Yep.
I mean, they do that to comic covers all the time too, like for like any Golden Age book that you can like, because you know you're not going to be able to marry a copy anymore, likely. So if you buy a rare comic book that doesn't have a cover, then someone else will print out a new one for you.
Yeah. Shout out to Jeffrey Drake. He says, goes to prove there is a sucker born every day. That's for sure.
It also means, like, if the price is too good to be true, like, read it. Like, read the description to see why.
Yep. That's fucking bullshit. All right, this next one sucks. Now we're gonna get into some card stuff, but you guys know we fuck around with the card collecting too. This morning I received, this is from Rookies and Refractors Collector on IG. He says, this morning I received the worst email I've ever gotten as a member of PSA Cards and the hobby. My 2 submissions of 152 cards and over $20,000 in value were stolen by one of our finest USPS workers while in transit from Seattle to Newport Beach and on to the PSA USPS post office box. I shipped both subs in the same box. The thieves carefully lifted my shipping labels and slapped them on an empty brown package padded mailer pictured above. PSA received the tampered packages and opened it to nothing inside. They emailed me today with the bad news. This package was shipped U.S. Postal Service, priority insured. It originated from Seattle, was processed in Kent, Washington, and then on to Anaheim Distribution Center, and then Newport Beach, California Post Office before being delivered. This was an inside job in one of the facilities. This is the part that is scary. They are aware of the Collector's Universe P.O. Box address and know what's inside each package being processed. So basically, if you guys have ever done a card submission to PSA, you have to do 2 things. Obviously, you have to put the address on there to the Collector's Universe. Collector's Universe is who owns PSA. You have to put that on there, and they know that PO box now. But also, you have to put this little sticker that has a barcode on it.
A barcode on the side that they scan, that internally they scan.
So these guys know that these are going to PSA and they're full of goodies. So they
that there's money in each of these packages or high value cards.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, they did update the address to where you're submitting cards to now.
Yeah, they got a new place. Yeah.
Yeah, I got an email earlier this week. I mean, I'm guessing that they were moving offices anyways, is what I was reading, but I'm guessing like with something like this, that's gonna, deter a lot of people from wanting to send, USPS through that PO box.
Hank Aaron cards, Roger Maris cards, Brooke Robinson, Jackie Robinson, Willie Mays, Al Kaline, Hall of Famers, man, and new cards. There's Randy Moss rookies, Patrick Mahomes rookies, all kinds of crazy stuff. Really rare cards, man.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant cards, Jordan cards, jersey cards. I mean, Tim Duncan rookies. 152 cards stolen. Oh, that's fucking heartbreaking, man. Oh.
Dude, that's a gut punch.
Shout out to my boy Mike Hansen, one of the good guys out there. If you guys haven't seen our original art show that we did a few weeks ago, I'm still getting people reaching out to us and saying how great that show is. We'll be continuing to do original art specials throughout the year. So we're gonna get him back on soon. Make sure you guys give him a follow. One of the good guys out there. I think the next show that we're gonna try and set up is I want to get Nick Barucci on with Mike Dinesh and whoever else comes on and talk about Nick's really into collecting original art, and he had the Spider Boy OA, the first appearance of Spider Boy OA. Yeah,
nice. I did watch that episode.
Yeah,
and I was gonna join, but yeah,
San Diego for sure, Mike. We're gonna have to do like a live little thing from San Diego if we can figure out a way to do something like that. Join in live. Yeah, man, this is fucking, that hurts. That is terrible. More to cards. All right, this is crazy.
You know what's crazy about this card? What?
So this is a storyline that plays out on overtime pulls.
You know what's crazy about this card? What? It was stolen.
So this guy finds somebody that's trying to sell his card that was stolen. And the guy who has the card bought it from somebody that knew it was stolen, but this guy that he's talking to. So this is an interesting little situation. Let me read what it says. Here we go. Let's play this.
You know what's crazy about this card? What? It was stolen from me like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That Collecticon. You remember that?
Bro, I literally bought it from some girl.
Let me hear about it.
Look.
No, because I can call the cops right now. There's a police report on it and everything. I can show you that police report right now on Facebook. Nice to meet you.
I'll check it out.
Dude, I haven't seen...
So he saw somebody selling this card, and he must have asked for it. I saw this just before the show.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah,
I haven't heard this.
This is
I haven't seen
crazy.
this one.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we'll let it play out.
Yeah.
This card in so long. When did you buy it?
I literally bought it today, bro.
You bought it today?
Yeah. It's popped like 400, pretty sure.
Dude, that's a crazy card. You know what's crazy about this card?
What?
It was stolen from me like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That Collecticon. You remember that?
Where's Collecticon? Is that Las Vegas?
Collecticon. No, Collecticon it's like, think of it as like a TriStar show, or you know what I mean? Or like a fan expo, but for cards.
Okay.
And so they pop up in different cities throughout the year.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Bro, I literally bought it from some girl.
Let me hear about it.
Look.
No, because I can call the cops right now. There's a police report on it and everything. I can show you that police report right now on Facebook.
Look, bro.
From LA.
How shitty of a situation is that when you're a flipper? There's so many people out there that are flipping, that are buying cards off OfferUp or Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, and you buy a stolen card and then you put it up and you're all on the up and up. You haven't stolen the card. You just bought it off of somebody. Somebody reaches out to you and is like, does this. They act like they want to buy it. And when they get it in their hand, they say, that's my card. It's stolen. I'm taking it. Like, what a shitty situation to be in, man. Yeah. And the way this plays out is crazy.
Well, because didn't something similar happen to Swaggle, right?
Yep.
And then,
but I don't think he ever found the comics, did he? He never.
I thought he found a comic or something.
One
like
of
that,
them,
or a few of them, or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have said the same thing. I'd be like, go ahead and call the cops, man. I'm on the up and up. But let's check this out. I guess this happened a month ago. Brian's Comic Garage said a month or two ago.
I literally have the film too.
Let me see it.
Okay.
Because this card's staying with me, or we can call the police, because this card was stolen 2 weeks ago from me at Collecticon, and I'm pretty sure you were on camera there.
Bro, I literally bought it right now, like a few hours ago.
That's a good story. I would have said that.
So this guy saw this guy at Collecticon. That's even crazier. Now he's like calling him out. Yeah.
Damn.
Like, wow, this is crazy. I've never seen this.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
That same thing. This is a $3,200 card. You know that?
Bro, I did not steal it. I swear on everything.
Steal things like this?
Bro, I'm gonna
all my money up. I don't.
I literally do TikTok.
That's good. You're on TikTok. You can put me on there.
Bro, but I didn't steal it. I didn't steal it though.
Let me show you. Look, stolen card.
Oh yeah, that's his Facebook post showing the card that was stolen. All right, let's continue here.
Card, Collecticon. This is the exact same cert number right here. You know what's crazy about this card?
All right, so let's continue with part 2.
This is the exact same cert number right here.
Okay, no, I get that. I get that.
Good on. Listen, here's another thing, you guys. If you're a flipper, you need to be smart like this guy and wear a fucking GoPro on all deals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because this guy saves
protection.
Yeah, this guy saves his ass because of what you're about to see, because he records all his deals.
I get that, bro, but I literally
is the same card right here, bro.
I literally have the footage of buying it from the girl today.
The girl?
Yeah, it's a girl. I swear to you, I could show you the footage. I record all my meetings.
You seem nervous.
Yeah,
I don't seem nervous at all because this is my card. that was
I'm
stolen?
still nervous because I literally bought it today for like
All right, show me.
2,000 something.
Show me
Okay.
2,000 something. That doesn't make sense. It's a $3,500 card.
That's
right
why I bought it. I'm a reseller too, bro.
now. Okay.
I could literally show you. Let me just.
See.
Here's the few hours earlier. He shows him. This is smart, dude. Holy cow.
Yeah. Him pulling the money from the bank, like all the way. Yeah.
Start that fucking GoPro when you leave your house. Start.
Yeah.
You might never have to use it, but if you do, it'll save your ass.
So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I can just tell you the rest. Is it cool if I check out the card first?
Yeah.
Is it for your personal or? Yeah. Damn. I just want to scan it.
So that's the dude that stole it. He got his chick to go sell it. That's the obvious, right? That happens all the time.
Oh yeah. Like, yeah, that she's gonna take the fall for some dude or whatever that stole it.
My brother works in a gun store, and he always tells me stories where like you can't sell guns to somebody that's like under the influence, you know? So like somebody will come in and smell like weed or be fucking drunk and want to buy a gun, and he'll be like, "Oh, sorry, I won't sell it to you." And like, you know, half hour later, some chick walks in and goes, she's reading from her phone, "I need this, this, and this." And my brother's like, "Is this for you?" And she'll go, "Uh-huh." And then she won't want to like hold it, you know, to see if and he's like, "Do you want to hold it or test it out?" Nope. And he's like, every time that happens, we know it's just somebody got his girl to go get the gun, you know? And it's probably the same thing with this shit, you know?
With PSA. Do you want me to Zell someone else?
Oh, that's the other thing. Being able to Zell, that's probably a good thing that he has her Zell information.
Or something?
Oh, because it's someone's phone number.
And that's always, you know, he can show the guy, "Hey, look, here's the video. I also Zell their money. Here's the receipt." Yeah. Nothing says I love you like making them an accomplice. Yeah. Canelo gonna win. It sounded like he was getting beat up. I'll have to check it out. Don't anybody talk about the Toronto game. I'm just saying, please. I'm watching the Toronto game after the show. Please don't say anything. I'm just gonna keep my eyes away from the chat. No, they're gonna fuck with me.
Someone's gonna spoil it.
Yeah, they're gonna fuck with me. Yeah. All right, here we go.
I don't know if none of my stuff is working because I've been selling a lot too. So it's like kind of limit.
The only
Oh, look at that. See? They're selling a lot of stolen shit, and it's limiting them now. Because they're just hawking the shit. Yeah.
Offer up or somewhere else?
For the most part, I do like trades and selling.
I just sent it. I don't know if you got it.
Okay, yeah, I got it.
You got it?
Let me catch.
All right, let's go back. Finally, part 3.
I just sent it. I don't know if you got it.
Okay, yeah, I got it.
You got it?
Let me catch it out.
Alright, for sure.
Let me make sure it goes through.
Yeah. There you go. You can count it again if you want.
She didn't even count it. Oh, okay.
Good. What's your name again? Evelyn. Bryan, nice to meet you.
Yeah, so he records all of his interactions with cards. Okay? So the kid I'm meeting right now, I don't really think stole this card. He bought it from somebody though today for $2,500 cash on OfferUp. And they're also selling a $6,000 crystal Charizard.
Yeah.
Did you get one of those stolen? No? Okay, no. What do you want me to do? I have this card in my hand. What do you want me to do? Because if I call the police, are they going to take the card and keep it for the next 3 years? Or do you want to try to get something sorted out with this kid to meet the girl that he met today?
If we can just keep the card for now, hold it. Don't make any other sales. We can just do it by ourselves and not involve the cops.
She posted this Mew on OfferUp for $2,500, so that's how he found it.
Look,
I'm looking at it right now.
Bro.
Look at that. Yep. Shining Mew Japanese promo PSA 10 rare 2,500.
She posted 20 hours ago.
What?
collectible vigilantes now.
Yeah.
We're not even involving the police. We're taking care of this ourselves. It sounds
I'll take a picture of it for you. Hold on a second. On OfferUp, she hid the serial number of the card, but this kid did not. Which
So
I just sent it.
They must be dropping all these right now. So we'll have to hear the rest. We'll update you guys on the rest. Follow overtime polls, but man, this is crazy. Final part of the video I've been posting at Pokey. What is this? Is this the person? Let's go back. That was crazy, man.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy about this?
Pokey Beyond. Show the entire video where they find out the girl who sold it to him stole it from the guy. Fully explained all video. Oh, wow. So the perp had a body cam on himself and somehow made it way to Instagram. I don't know, but the perp was giving that video out. I would love to find the whole thing on this. If anybody knows the whole thing, drop me a link and we'll do some more investigation, because this is super smart lesson learning right here. To fucking put on your GoPro, put on your phone, whatever you have to do, record your phone, this shit's crazy.
I mean, it's like a dash cam in cars, right? And
yeah.
It's kind of scary now that we have to, like, police wear body cams to see like all sides of the story, right? It's kind of sad that citizens now have to start wearing body cams like all the time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess it makes sense if you're dealing with transactions all the time and you're a reseller, like it's to protect you.
Yeah. Some more drama. This is coming from Grails Comics. The owner and co-founder and CEO of Grails Comics put this out. I'm stepping down and passing the torch to my new owners, my friends and fellow Grails team members, Gio and Steve, from Matt Perry. Hey, Grails Network, Matt Perry here. I'm announcing that I'll be stepping down as owner of Grails Comics and passing the ownership over to my friends. The reason why I bring this up, wasn't Grails Comics in some type of issue where they were having problems with grading books and not giving them to people? Wasn't there some issue with Grails Comics in the past, or am I wrong about that?
I don't know about that, but I thought they were just a consignment website.
Okay, maybe they're just consignment and there was something weird going on.
I thought they were always just a consignment page, kind of like Elite Comics 11 or whatever it's called.
Okay. It's interesting.
But I don't know.
Grails was a dude named AJ, so he must have sold it off to this guy.
Okay.
Those consignment pages are crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Oh, I know. I mean, they're just as big as auction houses. I mean, honestly, I don't know how Elite Comics gets away with doing like the payment-free payments, like friends and family and all that. Like, if the IRS cared about money, like, shouldn't they be paying taxes, even if it is consignment?
Yeah. I don't know, man. The consignment game's weird. Wow, that's a cool comic.
Yeah,
That's a cool comic.
I mean, I get it that they're middleman, but like at the same time, like, yeah, like, ass, gas, or grass, right?
Mike saying it was originally Instagrails, but they got forced to change their name. Dave said they had something fishy a few months back. I feel like International Comics was talking about something that was going on with them, where they had something really interesting.
Oh, is that with I thought Sticky Goose or whatever.
Was it
he had
Sticky
something
Goose?
with, yeah, where he was talking about like Elite Comics or whatever, where
Not
they blocked
Elite.
him.
Let's see here. And there's Instagrails, and now Grails Comics. Yep. Yeah, I feel like there was something where they've been on Drama Alert before, but I'm spacing on it. And if not, I apologize. But yeah. All right. Let me go back. All right. This is fucking crazy. Frank Cho is a nut, dude. Did you see this?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, there you go. DT sent this to me as well. I was asking about. Well, I mean, it's like when he asked me about this, I was like, kind of like, well, it doesn't really surprise me that that Cho would write something like this, because, like, doesn't he write something offensive like on every sketch he does? So, I mean, I don't know. It's definitely in bad taste, but at the same time, I guess it's been long enough too, and but at the same time, like it is disrespectful. But
I don't know. Is it disrespectful or is it just fucking gallows humor? I think that this is just gallows humor. I feel like if I was what's his name, I would kind of laugh at this. If I was, I'd kind of be like, man, that's harsh, but that was a good one.
Yeah.
So for those of you guys that don't know what this is a Frank Cho sketch cover. And Frank Cho always has these really funny sketch covers. And it's Wolverine with all these arrows in them. And Wolverine says, "Screw you, Hawkeye. I still say you're no Avenger. You're just a cheap Green Arrow ripoff and a shitty snowplow driver." Yeah, Paul Holloway says, "Come on, it's just a joke. Anybody that has a problem with this just wants to get offended." Right? I think Frank Cho's just a nut, and he always does these crazy sketch covers.
Yeah, he always does crazy sketch covers with something offensive written on it. So should it surprise you? I don't think it should.
Yeah. Man.
And the people that want these are still going to buy them no matter what, right?
Yeah. 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 All right. This was another card thing I saw.
I just got scammed out of 2,000.
So this right here, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know who this guy is, this is Probe Stein, the famous card dealer that now deals in comics and all kinds of stuff. This is the guy that was selling all the Superman autograph, or the Chris Evans autographed Captain America books that we talked about on Buy the Dip last night. This is another collector that goes by Manny Simon Cards, or Manny Simone Cards, and he says that Probstein scammed him, and he scammed him on the new One Piece manga cards, which are going for so much. Yeah, this is kind of crazy, and I haven't heard anything new on this, but here we go.
By this gentleman right here. He is the face of Probstein Auctions, which is eBay's largest collectibles dealer. I won an auction on their eBay, that being 5 Manga Shanks cards, which came out to be $1,775 before taxes. I sent all 5 cards to PSA to be graded, but they sent it right back to me because they cannot authenticate it. I didn't realize it at the time, but you can tell these cards are obviously fake by comparing it to a real manga card. A real manga card has noticeable texture in the background, whereas the Shanks card has a very noticeable smooth and flat surface. Plus, if you compare the two back sides of these cards, you can tell the color is off. I've been trying to reach out to them for months now, but they don't respond to any messages, so it is what it is. Lesson learned. I just recommend you guys never to buy from these people.
Okay, so when you have $50,000 at stake, the scam artists come out of the woodworks, okay?
So yeah, this guy always talks about getting scammed too. I wonder if you responded to him. Shout out to Manny the Comic Collector. Yeah, he hasn't responded, it doesn't look like, which is kind of stupid.
Yeah, because it's just going to keep on snowballing into bigger and bigger stuff for people to start looking into your business.
Yeah, let's see here. They changed their logo. He put out a thing offering a bunch of money to anybody that would come up with a new logo idea. Their new logo is garbage. It's tough.
It looks kind of weird.
Yeah, it looks terrible.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can find anything. Congrats. Which one is real? Mona Lisa. Scammer is back. Isn't this guy that had hundreds of artists do free work for his logo and then never paid anyone? Oh, yeah.
Is really unbelievable. He's a piece of work. Now, we did a video.
Here we go.
A scam artist has entered our domain, or I should say he's returned to our domain. Okay? Internally, we're calling him Scammer Man. This guy is really unbelievable. He's a piece of work. Now, we did a video last time. You're going to remember the sheet. Okay? I'm covering up his name. This is the sheet. Last time, he actually cut and pasted a piece of paper over the prices. He changed the math by $20. We caught the mistake, and he tweeted oh, I don't know what happened, and we came to terms with him. Now he's back, okay? But he's trying to be smart and cute, and this time rather than change the prices, he actually, take a look at this. This is unbelievable. I can't even believe this. He cuts and pastes a pieces of paper over the item title with the same item number and changes it. So we're going to give him a different item. Okay? What does this guy think he is? We're the dumbest people on planet Earth? And we're oh, yeah, we don't see that. Okay, this is second grade amateur work.
Yeah, this is interesting. So he's talking about being scammed all over. He does this on a lot of his videos, but he hasn't responded to that dude, which is interesting. So we'll keep an eye on that, see if anything happens from that. And finally, do you guys know the Trevor Bauer story? Now, if you don't know who Trevor Bauer is a star, was a star. I think he still is a superstar athlete. He's kind of a weirdo, he doesn't get along with a lot of his teammates sometimes. There's that rumor that goes around about him, but I don't know if that's true. But he won a Cy Young. He got drafted by the Diamondbacks, got traded to Cleveland, almost won a Cy Young in Cleveland, then got traded to Cincinnati, won a Cy Young in Cincinnati, and then after he won a Cy Young in Cincinnati, he signed a $100 and $200 million contract with the Dodgers. And he started the season with the Dodgers a few years ago, and this girl came out and said that he had rough sex with her and choked her and bruised her and beat her during sex. And the Dodgers and Major League Baseball kicked him off the team, wouldn't pay him his contract because they said he, screwed up his what do they call that? Morality clause. All before he went to court and everything, right? Well, 2 years go by. He goes and plays in Japan. He's playing in Mexico right now. And he just wants to play baseball. And he also still lives here in Arizona, and he has this great YouTube channel where he does all this super cool baseball content, like scientific stuff. And he's just really good content creator. Him and the guys he works with, Eric Sim, shout out to the JUCO Bandit. And it's just really shitty what they did to him. So he ends up going to court. This girl recants. She gets found out for being a lie. And this other girl who jumped on the bandwagon saying that he did shit is now getting the same thing is happening to her. Check this out. This is fucked up.
One of the women who accused me of sexual assault just got indicted for committing felony fraud against me. Imagine that. Now, let me catch you up to speed. In the last 3 years, 2 women have taken legal action against me. Lindsay Hill started all of this. You may remember her from this video as the girl who set me up and lied to the world in an attempt to take my money. Well, today, the only other one, Darcy Adana Asimonu, has been criminally indicted for committing felony fraud against me and another man. So now she's facing up to 16 years in prison. Her claims are even more absurd than Lindsay's were, so here's some of the details. We had one plain sexual encounter in December of 2020. Nothing that could be considered remotely rough. She initiated it, but don't take my word for it. Take hers. This is a picture and text message she sent me the next morning explaining why she came on to me. And for months afterwards, she repeatedly requested to sleep with me again. For example, this text from January 7th, 2021. At one point, she even requested a sample of my sperm so she could have my child whenever she wanted to in the future. Now, it's hard to keep track, but she's made at least 4 7-figure demands over the last few years. More than a year after the one time we slept together, and only after Lindsay Hill made up her false allegations, Adana retained a lawyer. She then demanded $3.6 million and claimed I forced her to have an abortion, leaving her emotionally devastated and irretrievably damaged by it. But here's the thing, she never had an abortion because she was never even pregnant, and that's corroborated by her own medical records. When I refused to pay her the $3.6 million she was asking for, she made up a bogus sexual assault claim and filed a civil suit against me. In that version of her story, she claimed, for the first time by the way, that there was non-consensual sex, but her texts from the next morning show what actually happened. Remember this text in which she explains why she came on to me? She also claims that instead of an abortion, she actually had a miscarriage, but that's impossible, of course, because again, she was never even pregnant. We now have emails between her and the first 2 law firms that dropped her, in which they acknowledge they never had any evidence to support her claims, but they'll try to get my money anyway. I then shared an audio recording I have in which Adana contradicts her own claims and asks me for money. In the emails, her lawyers agreed that that's insurmountable evidence, and they inform Adana that they can no longer represent her unless she can provide documentation or proof of her claims. Of course, she couldn't do that, so the law firm urged her to consult other law firms with different standards. Now, Adana has filed more than 10 police reports claiming sexual assault or harassment against other men, including at least one other professional athlete. But after the Scottsdale police completed their investigation into her claim against me, she's the one being indicted for felony fraud. And not just against me, against another man as well. She made up bogus sexual assault claims and attempted to extort him too. And it gets worse. In my lawsuit against her, we subpoenaed a witness whom she knew for relevant documents to use in our case. And when she found out, she immediately made sexual assault claims against him too. Her MO is clear. Lie to men to get their money, extort them if she must, and when they refuse to pay, stop paying or stop giving her what she wants, go to the police, accuse them of sexual assault, and file a civil suit against them to retaliate. And just so no one can say, well, he still has 2 other accusers, just because the first 2 are complete frauds doesn't mean the others are, here's a couple facts about them. They both had lawyers first demand in excess of $3 million to not go public. In both cases, only after I refused to pay any sum of money did their lawyers make anonymous claims in the media.
And by the way, these girls, I believe, talked to each other about trying to get the money from them, because when they went to court for the first girl, she had to give up her text messages, and she's talking to another girl, and the girl saying, oh, you're going to get all his money. He's got a ton of money. This is what you do. This is how you do it. And these girls went after this guy big time. And here's the biggest problem to me. When they went after him, he was in his prime of age, athletic ability, everything. He just won a Cy Young. He was the most exciting pitcher to watch in baseball. He had that thing where he would act like he was putting a sword in his belt, and he brought excitement back to baseball. He would tip off his pitches to the players. He would tell them what he was throwing them because of the cheating scandal, and he would say, before he would throw it, he would say, okay, this is what it's going to be, and I'm going to throw it to you, and like, he was the most exciting pitcher to watch in baseball, and they took that away from him. It sucks.
They both had the opportunity to file a criminal complaint against me. Neither of them did. They both had the opportunity to file a civil suit against me. Neither of them did. They both had the opportunity to participate in Lindsay Hill's civil suit against me. They could have even done so anonymously. They both refused. One of them even submitted a statement to the court stating that she never made public accusations against me. The other refused to participate so vehemently that Lindsay Hill took legal action against her, trying to force her to participate. She still refused. So they both had the opportunity to testify under penalty of perjury. Neither of them did. One can only wonder why. Perhaps it's because all their claims against me are lies. Now, it's been 2 years since these women and their lawyers attempted to weaponize anonymous claims in the media against me to take my money. I addressed them at the time, and as far as I'm concerned, it's in the past. But if there comes a time in the future where I need to defend myself further, I will not hesitate to do so. For now, there's no reason to speak further on this topic, though, because outside of Adana, who's now been indicted with felony fraud, there are no claims against me. No ongoing investigations, and no outstanding lawsuits. At this point, I'm not sure what else I can possibly do to prove my innocence in all this. I did not do what I was accused of. And every institution that our society is entrusted to rule on issues like these, like courts, judges, law enforcement officers, prosecutors, they all agree with me. They've rejected every single claim made against me, even going as far as charging one of my accusers with a felony. If any evidence of any of these claims actually existed, I would have been charged, or at the very least arrested. But that never happened. What else do I have to do to prove that this entire situation has been a massive lie? This is insane. At what point do I get to go back to work and continue earning a living?
This shit is ridiculous. It's sad, man. Super, super sad. And this guy could have gone down as a Hall of Famer. He had the ability. He was one of the guys that came out and started doing the pitching sciences and, breaking everything down. If you go to watch his content on YouTube, he is so smart about the game of baseball. And he's pitching in the Mexico leagues right now and breaking records over there, obviously, because he was breaking records in the MLB. But this poor guy, and there was a couple of comments that I want to hit on. One by Paul Holloway. Paul Holloway said, it's hard to believe he did nothing wrong because he's generally held to be an asshole and a grade A douchebag. Here's the thing with that, though, Paul. Just because the guy's an asshole or a grade A douchebag doesn't mean he raped or sexually assaulted or hurt these girls, and he should be able to play baseball. Just because you're an asshole or douchebag doesn't mean that this should happen to you. That's the reason why this country has those laws. You're innocent until proven guilty. And the MLB and the Dodgers and the fans, most of the fans, just immediately said he was guilty on this, and he's done everything to prove his innocence. It's sad.
Well, I mean, it's two different things too, as well, right? Like what you are on the field as a competitor is one thing, and what you treat people like in your private life is a completely separate thing. So I feel like there's no correlation to both of those, right?
Yes. AOA says MLB still doesn't want him back, or is he washed? No, he's a fucking stud. He's still one of the best pitchers in baseball. And it's obvious they don't want him because it's about optics at this point. It's not about whether he did it or not. It's about optics, right? And it could happen with Wander Franco. If Wander Franco doesn't get charged and the judge throws out his case, what happens then? Do they let Wander Franco back? If they do, they better fucking let this guy back. It's sad. And this is kind of what has happened to our society, is that we have, in my thoughts, and I think a lot of people's thoughts, we have instantly gotten to this point where everything's like a Me Too because of a couple of people who actually did do it. I'm not saying Weinstein didn't do it. That guy's a fucking piece of shit. But like our laws are there for a reason, and this guy has done everything, like he said, to prove it. If you look into this guy is being just railroaded big time. It's really fucked up. Yeah, man, it's absolutely crazy. He lost years at the peak of his career. Yep. So real big bummer on that one, man. I feel bad for the guy, even though he is kind of a weird dude. That's for sure. He's very interesting. Trust me. Go watch his YouTube stuff. That being said, I think that's about it. Let me see here for Drama Alert. Let me just double check. That is it for Drama Alert. And, you guys know how this works. Before we end the show, we've got to, go back and talk to our boy, David Lee Roth. It's just the way it is.
Can you hear me out there? Hey, man, don't be squirting water at me. I'm gonna fuck your girlfriend, pal.
All right. Excellent show tonight, E. Thanks for hanging out with me. 3 hours long. You got any cool pickups to end the show?
Couple cards. I showed my comic stuff earlier, so I'll show these cards.
Let's see it.
I picked up a Jackson Churio PSA 10 Sapphire First. I did not pay sticker price.
Nice.
I'll say that. And and then I also picked up this Yordan Alvarez auto from the Luminari set, and this is out of 10.
What year is that from?
I think it's 2022. So
Okay.
it's not 2022. So second year or third year.
Nice.
Yeah. So I picked up those two cards. I showed those comics earlier. I did get these in. So we were talking about the Art Germ one per store, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, I got the spot foils.
Ooh, look how
So
good that
these are-
looks. Holy shit.
Yeah, so the I feel like these are rarer than the one per store because this is limited to 400. So I picked up 2. But yeah, the foil is just on the trade dress. So as you can see here.
That is gorgeous, man. Holy
Yeah,
cow, that's good.
So yeah, so they did really good with the spot foil on that. I was really happy with that purchase. So yeah.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Well, yeah, I don't have any pickups this week, but I am working on getting the sales started. So again, you guys, the plan is for us to start trying to do a claim sale on YouTube on Sundays. I'm also going to be doing eBay Live, and the plan right now is to look into setting up a web page, like a Shopify web page, so I can put all the things available for sale on there. And that way, if you guys just want to go there and buy it, you don't have to go to eBay and buy it, and all that stuff. So that's what we're going to do. A lot of fun stuff. I want to also remind everybody that the industry show this week, we are going to be talking to John Tyler Christopher, which is going to be, pretty damn cool. And then also, I want to set up again, shout out to everybody that's loved the OA show. I want to set up the OA show to, look at that. Nick Barucci's in the chat. Shout out to Nick. I want to get Nick Barucci on the OA show to come talk to us about the OA show. And so be on the lookout for that at some point. And then, of course, actually, real quick, shout out to Nick Barucci. I want to talk about this because I believe it's getting ready to end. It's only got 65 hours less. You guys, we talked about this all last week in all the shows. I believe the Terminator 40th Anniversary Graphic Novel Collections, it's got 65 hours left. So if you guys want to go back it's those gorgeous leather-bound volumes of all the comic book stuff. Really, really cool stuff. You'll be able to see the link in the description, and I'll also drop it in the chat. So shout out to our boy Nick on that one. And then, of course, next Wednesday, we'll have the Wednesday night show. And how was Long Story Short the other night, E?
Oh, long story short, it's Thursdays. Oh, super great. I think we're getting like 40 to 90 live viewers every week.
Not bad.
Yeah.
And for those of you guys that watch the industry show, I'll start sending you over to the Spec Media By the Dip show on Tuesday nights. Also, that E does with Richie. And then, so you guys got any plans for this upcoming Thursday night?
I think it's just going to be our typical show where we talk about the By the Dip books a little bit more in depth than what we do on the Hot 10. And then we also add 5 more books as well.
Excellent.
To talk about.
Hell yeah. All right. So all that being said, I want to give a little bit of a hint here of a very extra special show that we're going to hopefully be doing this Thursday. It's going to be a little nerd-rotic, I think.